You've heard the term strongly worded letter. This is West Michigan's Morning News. Steve Kelly, Brett Pekita, and Lauren Smith, Senior Vice President of Advocacy and Strategic Engagement for the Grand Rapids Chamber. Andy Johnston back on the live line. Good morning, Andy.
Hey, good morning.
Well,
Good morning.
Let's talk about the Great Lakes Growth Coalition. And when looking at this press release, at the beginning of it, as some of the Michigan legislature rushed to enact dangerous economic proposals meant to appeal to national and state political allies in advance of the 2024 elections, it goes on. This is a pretty strongly worded statement. You guys are on board at the Chamber?
Yeah, I've worked at the Chamber for 18 years, and in the last 5 to 6 months, I really haven't heard concern from members like I have, not since the days of the Michigan business tax, over proposals being discussed in Lansing. There's a lot of concerning proposals from crushing independent contractors in the state to employer mandates to increased regulations that have a lot of our members really concerned.
And talk about those focus areas in this letter that Steve's referring to, because, I mean, they're pretty straightforward of where we want to, or where you guys would want to attack, right?
Yeah, and there's a lot of things we can work on with the legislature and a lot of good ideas. We're also asking them to slow down on some of these proposals, get feedback from small business owners, because some of the things being proposed, like a new paid family medical leave program, would create a new $1 to $1.5 billion new tax on businesses. I was explaining this, what the proposal was, to one small business owner, and he was getting physically concerned that he could even run his business in Michigan. There's some energy proposals that, while we want a clean energy future, we got to balance those goals with safe, reliable, and affordable energy. So we have these 4 different issue areas. Another is on career freedom with independent contractors. Another is on local economic regulations. So we look forward to working with the legislature on this, but also being very clear how concerning it is.
Well, to the point of the legislature, right, with Democratic majorities in the state House and Senate, and, of course, Governor Whitmer in the executive branch, a lot of things are going straight through. Is that your point with the pace of these regulations?
Yeah, that is the point with the pace. There's a lot of things that have been happening quickly. There's also discussions that the legislature may adjourn early to put into effect other laws that have already been passed. And if that happens, they're going to try to rush to get things done, and that usually doesn't create good policy. I would also just say there's a lot of positive things we could all work on together: housing, childcare, talent, infrastructure. Let's focus on those things, maybe rather than these other proposals that could create really, some significant policy changes that could hurt small business, whipsaw our state economy, while we're trying to compete against other states for jobs and talent.
Talk about support that you're getting, right? Originally, this letter came from the state chamber, but other chambers are on board too, like you.
Yeah, we have my friends way down 96 at the Detroit Chamber are a part of it, the Michigan Manufacturers Association, and then a bunch of smaller regional chambers across the state. So it's going to be a broad coalition to really uplift even more the voice of business and small business throughout Michigan.
In the podcast section at woodradio.com, we will get you a link to sign up to learn more today for Great Lakes Growth.com. That's GreatLakesGrowth.com. Senior VP of Advocacy and Strategic Engagement at the Grand Rapids Chamber, Andy Johnston. Thank you.